Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 740th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 419,020 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1070 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 9 tanks, 28 armored combat vehicles, 48 artillery systems, 3 multiple launch rocket systems, 2 air defense systems, 18 drones, 1 cruise missile, 49 vehicles, and 9 pieces of special equipment. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 63 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 5 missile and 44 air strikes, carried out 68 multiple launch rocket systems attacks at the positions of Ukrainian troops and various settlements. The Ukrainian Air Force launched air strikes on 8 concentrations of troops, 1 drone ground control station of the occupiers. On top of that, Ukrainian Air Defense Forces destroyed 1 Kh-59 air-launched guided missile. The Ukrainian missile troops hit 1 concentration of troops, 1 air defense system, 6 artillery systems of the Russian invaders. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reported the T-14 Armata, Russia's most advanced tank, has entered service but is unlikely to be deployed in Ukraine due to high costs and production limitations. Despite initial plans and media reports, the T-14 is likely not with any frontline units. The high cost and potential for reputational damage from losing the tank in combat are seen as reasons for not deploying it. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Russian Security Council Deputy Chairperson Dmitry Medvedev promoted Russia's extensive territorial objectives that expand deep into Ukraine's territory. The Ukrainian main military intelligence directorate reported that unknown actors detonated explosives and severely damaged a Russian railway bridge over the Chapivka River near Chapivsk, Samara Oblast on. Russian President Vladimir Putin reportedly awarded a Russian Airborne Forces (VDV) and Spetsnaz-affiliated Russian milblogger, likely as part of the Kremlin's long-standing efforts to co-opt milbloggers and make them loyal to the Kremlin. The Russian government reportedly hid data on recipients of social support services in 2022, likely to obfuscate casualties suffered in the first year of the war in Ukraine or to cover up the government's inability to pay promised social support to vulnerable populations. The Kremlin is continuing efforts to ensure high voter turnout in the upcoming presidential election to present the guise of legitimacy and widespread popular support among Russian President Vladimir Putin's domestic electorate. Russian authorities continue to exploit the leaked recording of German military officers discussing the theoretical provision of Taurus missiles to Ukraine to deter Western military aid provisions to Ukraine. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Donetsk City. In Zelenskyy's nightly address, he met with military officials to discuss the war effort, including frontline operations, supplying weapons to troops, and using drones. He also met with intelligence officials to discuss their findings on Russia's plans and counterintelligence efforts. Additionally, he received reports on the functioning of the maritime export corridor and the consequences of Russian shelling in Odessa. Zelenskyy concluded the post by thanking everyone who cares about Ukraine, those who are fighting for the country, and those who are helping from around the world. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.